Okay, that was a nice hit. Oh, look at that. I did not hit anyone right there, but I'm saying nice hit anyway. Oh, in the face. Did you see that? Oh, yeah, I'm sure Byron saw it. He was literally... Wait a minute, that wasn't in the face. That was in the neck. Oh. Hello and welcome back to the Ronin, and we have a point to spend in riding skill. I actually can't believe I'm even saying that, to be honest. It's been such a long time since we've been able to spend any points, with the exception of in two-handed and crossbows very recently. We are going to get another point in athletics very soon, actually, which would then make it 200, which is actually quite amazing. We're going to get another point in leadership as well, but unfortunately I do need to level up, because you can see here that the learning rate is literally 0.04, which is absolutely terrible. And you can see here that it is taking a very long time to get to its maximum cap. Same thing with tactics, of course, but I haven't really put a huge amount of focus points in this or anything like that. But this was the main reason why, by the way, I put in a number of different skills, a number of different focus points. Do you know what I mean? So, for example, I didn't want to go for 5 focus points in 3 skills. I wanted to put those 15 points elsewhere and just make it a little bit more even across the board. And that's exactly what has happened, which is actually resulting in a slightly stronger overall character, because now we have this amazing point in the game where we literally have good riding, good athletics, good crossbow, good two-handed, good one-handed, good pole arms, engineering, medicine, steward, charm, leadership, and scouting, tactics, smithing. I mean, literally, we have so many skills that are above or near to 200 that I think that was a pretty cool strategy to have. But obviously, it really very much depends on what kind of character you want to make. If you want to be a little bit more specialized and you want to get, you know, I don't know, 300 in one-handed skill, then it's probably a better idea to do it a different way. But the way that I did it was kind of how I wanted to progress this character this time around. Anyway, let's take a look here. Decrease campaign speed herding penalty by 50%. Governed settlements-bound villages have a better chance to produce tier 2 horses. That is actually fantastic, by the way. That is really, really good. If you are wanting a very specialist, should we say, horse production, so that you can actually create war horses, because I'm assuming that tier 2 horses are potentially war horses. If that is not the case, then I'm not entirely sure what this is for, but I assume that that's what it is. And so if you were to give this particular skill to a companion and then make them a governor of a particular, you know, particular town or castle or something like that, that also is bound to a village that provides you with war horses or horses in general, then it's going to have a much greater chance to produce those war horses that you so desperately need if you are someone like me who is potentially wanting to use more war horses but just doesn't have a large amount of them. Anyway, this is actually kind of cool too. Animals in your inventory have a very low chance to reproduce. Now, I'm not entirely sure I like the wording on this. I mean, it says very low chance. I would love to be able to know what chance that is, but I'm going to be taking that purely for the fact that I'm not really interested in the herding penalty at the moment. I personally feel like I'm not really having too much of a problem with herding at the moment, so I'm going to be going for the animals reproducing thing. I'm very much hoping that that means horses rather than cows and sheep, because I don't really care too much about having numerous cows and sheep available. But anyway, what we're going to be doing in this episode is, as I said in the end of the previous one, we're going to be attempting to attack the Vlandians as much as we possibly can. We do have this guy. Okay. I think I'm probably going to go over there then. I was actually wanting to do something a little bit different here. I really wanted to take Cranarog Castle and try and bait out a potential Vlandian army. It seems like, what, these guys really want to do battle that badly against the Tetsujin right here? Let me actually just take a quick look. This is a massive battle. This is absolutely massive. I'm not entirely sure if I even want to participate in this, but if I do participate in this, it's probably going to result in us having an overwhelming Yes. Just look at this. Wow. Utter insanity for the Botanians to even consider doing this. I'm actually going to auto-resolve. I'm actually going to auto-resolve this. We have 129 casualties total. The main reason why I want to auto-resolve this is because I don't really want to show more battles against the Botanians. I've shown so many of those already that I would very much like to try and reduce the amount that I show from now on, with the exception of important battles that are very much going to result in either our demise or not, as the case may be. But yeah, basically I'd like to just try and focus on the Vlandians a little bit more. And as you can see, look at this. We have another army of the Tetsujin coming in here and actually doing some fantastic work. And because these are the Vlandians, I'm going to be going in for a battle with them. I personally would like to fight the Vlandians more and more often until we get bored of them as well. And then we'll we'll probably have someone to fight at that point too. Anyway, my main plan, as I outlined in the previous episode, was to go deep into Vlandian territory, try and take something, and basically just spread out from there. Obviously, I am going to be working behind enemy lines for the most part, but we're probably going to launch an attack from Sargot. Now, the main reason why I'm starting here, however, is because we have so many enemy armies in the area. As you can no doubt tell, we've already encountered 2 exceptionally large ones, and the only reason why I did not go in for a manual battle against the Botanians is because we were so overwhelmingly strong and just much more powerful than they were. And if I was by myself, it would have gone very differently. I would have just gone in for a manual battle because obviously having my, compatriots here, or my, the other vassals, or should we say, I say the other vassals, but we are actually the ruler. I keep forgetting that. Yeah, I keep forgetting that. Okay, never mind. But yes, the point is, having our vassals alongside us really makes a huge difference. Oh, nice kill right there. That was... Oh, he's dead! You see that in the top right? Did you see that? Yeah, he's actually... Wow, he actually died from that attack. That is amazing. That is very, very cool, if I do say so myself. Got to be very careful here, though. Okay, there is my formation. There we go. We're going to put them around about there. We're going to put my archers around about here. And then we're going to put them into a loose formation there. We're going to move my cavalry into a decent position, because we actually have a number of those. We've got a good amount right now. Going to get out my nice little crossbow. Do some damage. Look at how much riding skill I get. Literally 2,500 from just hitting from over here, just purely because we're on horseback or something like that. That's really crazy. I like it. Okay, wait a minute. We've got some issues here. Got to block that. Thank you very much. And then hopefully maybe I can do something here. Oh, you're making a huge error, fellow. Yes, that is not really working out too well for you. And we are now going to be telling our cavalry and so on to charge in. We'll tell our infantry to move a little bit closer. Obviously, this is not exactly a fully fledged river or anything like that. It is a bit more of a stream, I'd say, because you can see here it's extremely, well, shallow, but it does still act as a bit of a slow effect for various units. Bear in mind, look at these guys. Massive amounts of Vlandian sharpshooters. These fellows are going to tear us apart if we allow them to, but thankfully, because we are just so much more overwhelming than the opponent, we really don't have anything to worry about. Or we shouldn't have anything to worry about. So this is going to be good. Nice little stabby stab right there. And we've got a bunch of my people leveling up too, which is always nice. And yeah, I'm actually wondering whether making like maybe another series in the future, maybe making a couple of companions governors or something might make sense. But obviously, if you play without Bannerlord tweaks, you have a very limited amount of companions that you can even welcome into your clan, because obviously Bannerlord tweaks makes it a little bit more accessible for numerous people to join, basically however many you want, pretty much. Which, yes, in some cases would probably be quite powerful and maybe a little bit imbalanced, but obviously I'm not doing that. I'm just tending to take a good number, you know, nothing too overpowered, nothing too strong or anything like that, because we don't want it to end up being a case of, well, we are technically stomping the opponent right now, but that is to be expected because we have so many really, really good units with us. And we also have our vassals with us too, and they always have relatively good units. They have like Tetsujin and things like that, so obviously they're going to be much more powerful than your average Vlandian is ever going to dream about being. So, yeah, that's obviously something to bear in mind. Ah, I knew that was going to happen as well. Oh, I thought to myself, yes, this guy's got a polearm. He's probably going to get me before I can slash him, because, let's face it, my polearm is pretty slow. Nice, take him down. That was a Battanian. Yeah, get out of here, Battanian. Ooh, grinds my gears. They certainly do. They certainly do. Oh, well, never mind. I think that's actually going to be it. 2 damage. Nice. Okay, that was enough to actually finish off that guy. Hilariously enough. You know, I have an overwhelming urge to jump off this cliff. Oh, it's not even that large. Yeah, I was thinking to myself, let's jump off and see what happens. Should I do that? Probably not. Let's face it, yeah? Probably not. But I kind of want to, just to see what happens, you know? I think that would be quite fun. Oh well, never mind. Maybe not so much right now, because I am pretty low in HP. Kind of want to move on and try and see if I can do some more damage. Maybe at Bannerlord Castle or something like that. I'm actually kind of surprised they haven't fully run away yet. I'm really kind of a bit weirded out by that, because you'd think, considering we are just so overwhelmingly dominating them right here, that they should be having second, third, and fourth thoughts about their attack, to be honest. But, well, if that's how it's going to be, then that's how it's going to be. We got to just finish them up and, well, shall we say, mop them up, and then we'll be done. There we go. Nice. We got to. I feel like we should eliminate the cavalry, so I'm going to try and be a little bit more focusing on them. I think that's it, actually. And there we have it. That is indeed a victory for us. As you can see, we lost 18. Literally 18 units. Obviously, if I'd auto-resolved, I would have lost many more than that. But, you know, it's good to get those kinds of annoying fights out of the way. For example, the ones with the Battanians. But there you go. That is fantastic. We gain, well, charm skill. I mean, charm skill is not really that important anymore. And we are going to be moving on. Oh, yes, we will be moving on very, very fast. And now that the Vlandian army, the other one, yeah, as you can see, that guy actually did end up dying right there, which is fantastic. That's really, really good. And now what we're going to do... Who's this? Ah, yes, that is indeed a Tetsujin defector. I'd like to speak to him and maybe see if I can persuade him to join us. Let's see if that's possible. Let's see if that's possible. Okay, not worthy of your loyalty. 69% chance. Probably not going to work. Oh, it does. Oh, whew. Okay, that was lucky. That was very, very lucky indeed. Okay, yeah, now we should have a pretty easy time of things. Persuading him. Yeah, we indeed do. Very nice indeed. All right, so dangerous step. Okay, I'm not entirely sure why, sir. I'm not entirely sure why it's a dangerous step for you, but I have 17 million here with your name on it, and he is literally there. Yeah, he hates me a lot. Yes, negative 100 relation. Yeah, that should have it should have been pretty obvious, I guess. Anyway, we'll just lose 100 right there. Lose 100? No, lose 21, actually. Okay, so let's just take a quick look. Are there any people here that I want to take into my army? No, they're all... What? They're all tier 6s? Are you serious? This guy all has... he has all tier 6s? That's actually kind of crazy. Oh well, never mind. Imperial Light Mace, that could be really good for taking prisoners, but I don't know. I don't think we really need to take prisoners any further, but for those of you that want to take some prisoners, well, get yourself a good mace. That's all you really need. Alright, let's move on. Let's move on. Okay, so Bannerlord Castle is obviously going to be the place that we want to go to first, because I want to try and eliminate every single... Well, just every single speck of the Vlandians from this area. That's pretty much it. So if I do manage to see more of them, I will be taking them down as soon as I possibly can. As fast as humanly possible, pretty much. And otherwise, we'll just try and bombard them a little bit with some trebuchets. I will be taking a look at the diplomacy screen very soon. I'm just giving it a little bit of time to update. And now let's take a look. Oh, look at that. We are 10,000 ahead of the Battanians now in terms of combat strength. This war has gone on for so long. I actually wonder how long it has even... How long has it even been going on here for? I have no clue when it even started, to be honest. So let me actually just take a quick look at Vlandia here as well. Look at that, 6,700. Okay, yeah, so as you can see, if we make peace with Vlandia now, we're going to be receiving 940 tribute per day. And that's actually okay. I mean, that's fine. You can see here the Botanians also want to give us money for making peace. This is going to be very interesting in the days to come, because I'm actually going to be very intrigued to find out whether they want to actually propose peace themselves to me, because obviously I'm the Lord, you know. I am the Lord that they have to speak to. I am the liege of the Tetsujin, so they are the ones that have to come to me, and I have the final say, or at least I should have the final say. And so that's going to be extremely interesting to see whether they actually do end up doing that, because they're going to continue losing combat strength. That's the point. We've got to realize that they're going to continue losing combat strength. There's really nothing much they can do about it at the moment. And Mazadaan Castle, as you can no doubt see, has also been taken, which is great. So, yeah, we are looking pretty good right now. I'm basically just going to reduce the enemy garrison to about 50 or so with my trebuchets here. And, no, that's just the owner. I thought to myself, was that a peace agreement? No, it wasn't, thankfully. Because I actually don't want them to offer peace right now. I want them to offer peace when it's going to absolutely bankrupt every single one of their vassals. I know that that's going to be extremely difficult to do, but I'm hopeful for, I don't know, like 4,000 per day or 5,000 per day or something like that. That could be quite good, but do bear in mind that most of their vassals are going to have, I don't know, probably hundreds of thousands each. So even if it was 5,000 per day or more than that, it's going to result in a pretty lengthy period of time where they can still operate without any problems whatsoever. I'm not even entirely sure what happens to vassals that run out of money at this point, because we've seen in the past where I've been able to bankrupt enemies by utilizing the barter screen and selling them stuff. And then the next thing we know, the thing that I just sold them, they then sold to some marketplace that I also bankrupted beforehand, by the way, and then they all of a sudden had a couple of million or something like that. So it's a bit of a weird thing going on there. But there you go. Okay, so Cranarok Castle has been taken, which is really nice, and now we have these guys right here, which I will be hunting down. I don't really mind. Botanian, why don't you go and take that castle over there? It's not being defended at all. Yeah, as you can see, they're going to besiege that almost immediately, which is to be expected. I don't really mind too much about that, because I just wanted to try and basically make it so that the garrison, if anyone wants to take it, is extremely weak. And we have a number of armies in the area, so it's highly likely that the AI themselves will decide, hey, you know what? I should probably go and take that, you know? That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Okay, wait a minute. Does this guy like me? No, he hates my guts as well. Right, let's see if we can do this. Yeah, the 69% chance is not nice for us at this point. Maybe we can get another slight chance here. Maybe like a critical chance on the last conversation option. Yeah, there we go. We actually did it. Well, let's see what he actually has for us. And he has 392,000, so it's highly unlikely. Oh, wow, even less. Okay, yeah. Thank you very much, sir. Good to know. Goodbye. Okay. That is all we wanted to do. Not going to take any prisoners, because as I've said before, my people will take them as prisoners, and then they will sell them at the nearby town of Epicrotia, because why not? We might as well just head in there straight away and then see what we can do about that. There you go. They're getting rid of all their prisoners. They're getting some recruits as well. And it seems like Cranarok Castle is under siege once again, so technically I could go back there. But as I've said before, I don't really mind if it gets taken. My main purpose for taking it was just getting rid of the garrison there, because the last time that it was taken by a very large army, and as a result, they had a pretty good garrison in there, you know what I mean? They had a pretty good garrison, so just eliminating that garrison would make it so much easier for any of the AI in the surrounding area that we wanted to potentially take it. There you go. Alright, so that's exactly what we wanted. Great. It's worked out very well, because it actually baited a couple of Vlandians into attempting to besiege it. Who is this? That's just a mercenary. I don't know whether I even want to bother chasing them, to be honest. I don't think that's even worth it right now. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm actually going to be making my way. I'm thinking, it's very far, isn't it? Going all the way down to Sargot is extremely far away. I'm thinking we're going to go to this castle instead. I think if we go to Ormanfard Castle and we try to take that, we might very well split the Vlandians' forces in such a way so that we might be able to take the castle and then... Oh, hello. What's going on here? Alright, let's fight. You ready? You ready to fight? Okay, yeah, apparently they are, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure ready to fight. Let's do this. Okay, so I don't really want to fight the Britannians, as I've said multiple times now, but I kind of have to at this point, because if I let them go, they're just going to be taking some stuff behind me, and we don't really want that to happen. Oh, we're actually in a village. Oh, this is not so good.
Footmen, forward!
Right. Okay, let's get my forces over here. Let's move my archers into a decent defensive formation. I'm actually a little bit concerned about the enemy not coming towards us, but they seem to actually be doing so. I think they are actually doing that, so let's put our infantry into shield wall then, because obviously if you put them into shield wall at the very start, they're going to move so slowly, they're never going to get to the other side of the battlefield. Not in a million years. It's going to take them a million years to get there. Alright, so I placed my cavalry a little bit further back as well, because, yeah, bear in mind that I don't actually have a huge amount of cavalry now. I think the cavalry that I was commanding before was some of our vassals, and that was the reason why we had more on the battlefield at that point. Anyway, let's see here. Where are the enemies? They're actually coming from over there. And amusingly enough, I feel like we have more units on the battlefield than they do. I mean, obviously we are going to, because we have a small battle advantage. Let's just try and deal some damage. Oh, nice. I didn't hit anyone, but still. Okay, so this is actually kind of interesting. I'm not entirely sure what's even going to happen here, to be honest. I'm kind of contemplating getting off my horse. But they're using... Look at this. They're using volunteers. What? Are you serious right now? I was literally taking up a defensive formation against volunteers? Okay. Well. I obviously overreacted. I obviously overreacted pretty hardcore. Okay, yeah, these guys can't even do damage to me at this point. Like, I have such good armor that... Oh, no, there we go. Oh, nice. A little bit of damage right there. But yeah, I have pretty decent armor, and most of their attacks, if they have low weapon proficiencies, are not really going to be able to do too much against me, so there's also that. I'm actually wondering what I should do now, because here's the thing. This is a large army, yeah? This is a large army, so what's going to happen is if I tell my forces to charge in, it's just going to result in us going into the enemy's reinforcement zone, and then they're going to be spawning their high-tier units in or whatever. You know, that's the kind of thing that I envisage happening, and I really don't want to have that be a thing. So I'm going to just leave it the way it is. Who's this? Hello? You're just chilling. Chilling at the back of the bus right there. Chilling in the snow. Rather literally, I guess. Oh, that was a great slash. Very nice. But yeah, seems like the enemy is at a loss at this point. They really don't know what to do. I'm randomly blocking. Not entirely sure which direction to block in at that point when your vision is obscured.
Come on!
But there you go. I think this is pretty much foregone conclusion. I don't even know whether I should charge, because if I do charge, it's going to... I don't know. It's a bit of a jackpot, really, or shall we say potluck in this case, because we are not sure if they're going to spawn more high-tier units in, because if they do spawn more high-tier units in, and then we're over there in their reinforcement zone, we're going to lose so many units. And at the moment, as you can quite clearly tell, we've lost 0. We've literally lost 0 units, which is actually amazing. Who's that? Get him. Get that fellow. Ah. No, no, no. That slash was off the mark. Oh, I hit him for 69 damage. Wonderful. Alright, well, there you go. Oh, what about this? What about this guy? Get him. Slay him. Slay him where he stands as he merges into the mountain slightly. How long is it going to take this amazing weapon to destroy this shield? Probably quite a while. Seems like quite a while at least. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? Let's do this. Let's charge my infantry in now. It's about time that we do something like that, because we are starting to lose a couple of people. I mean, I suppose it makes sense, because they are all being attacked from the front, and there might be some ranged units here and there. But in general, yeah, I'm very, very surprised. Gonna get out my crossbow. Gonna see if I can maybe do something with that. Okay, that was a nice hit. Oh, look at that. I did not hit anyone right there, but I'm saying nice hit anyway. Oh, in the face. Did you see that? Oh, yeah, I'm sure Byron saw it. He was literally... Wait a minute, that wasn't in the face. That was in the neck. Oh. I wanted to assess the damage, you imbecile, whoever killed me. Ah, you... well, it's alright. I don't mind. I don't mind. But yeah, that's actually hilarious. I was thinking to myself, wait a minute. I want to take a look and see what actually happened to Byron right there. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Let me see if I can actually find where he died. Where did he die? He was here, right? No? Here? No? Here. There we go. There he is. There he is. Okay, yeah. So look at that. He literally... I don't even know where the face is at this point. There's the face. Okay, yeah. So he got shot in the neck. Oh. Well... They do say that he's magical sometimes, and yes, yeah, no such magic to be speaking of here. But anyway, let's just speed things up a little bit here. No doubt this is going to be a victory. We're starting to lose massive amounts of units now, as I have predicted. If we were to go over there, that is exactly what was going to happen. But thankfully, it is indeed a victory for us. I can't believe it, to be honest. I really can't believe it that we got shot in the neck, and then I wanted to assess the damage, and then all of a sudden we got shot somewhere else. I'm not entirely sure what we got shot by, but I was at the back of the battlefield. You could quite clearly see that, you know? I thought I was relatively safe, but no, apparently not. Oh, well, never mind. Okay, so what we are going to do now is we're going to assess how the Battanians are doing in terms of their... combat strength, and then we may make peace with them, question mark. I'm actually not entirely sure right now, because if I do make peace with them, it's going to give them an overwhelming feeling of safety, let's just say that, and we wouldn't really want to do that, in my opinion. I feel like giving the AI any kind of breathing room has just resulted in, for example, the Vlandians becoming overwhelmingly powerful. Although, saying that, they're not that powerful. They could be much worse, but they apparently decided to focus on sharpshooters over cavalry, which I think was the main reason why they're having issues now. Because even though seeing, 300-something Vlandian sharpshooters, I'm over my prisoner limit? No, I'm not. I won't be soon, at least, once my people, start getting back on their feet. But yeah, anyway, once you literally have a now I've forgotten what I was saying. That's great. What was I talking about now? The Vlandians. There we go. Yes, Vlandians, sharpshooters. Yes, exactly. Okay, yeah. So the point is, it's rather scary to see a huge amount of Vlandian sharpshooters. Of course, you would expect them to be quite dangerous. I mean, obviously they're going to be quite dangerous. However, for me specifically, and maybe for quite a few other people, I would really not like seeing 300 vanguards. I mean, just think about that. 300 vanguards. They may not be the noble unit or anything like that, but they are cavalry. And you can only imagine how deadly or devastating their charges would actually end up being at some point. So, yeah, that's the kind of thing that I would be a little bit more afraid of, because at the moment, these sharpshooters are not really able to do much, because they're just purely focusing my shield wall. And the shield wall is holding fast, and really not, they're really not able to do too much. And that Battanian, you see that Battanian army right there with basically the same amount of units, they were incapable of doing anything against us because they had volunteers. They are now starting to bring out the conscripted units, you know, those ones that they're basically pulling out from villages all over the place. They're just grasping at straws, pretty much. They're not really able to form an army that is somewhat threatening to us any further, which is actually quite amazing. Okay, before we lose any of these, I'm actually going to end the siege here. The main reason why I wanted a siege here is just to try and bring some people out and obviously to take the castle, but if I can, then I'm obviously going to try and do some damage to the people here. I mean, that makes them the utmost sense, doesn't it? Taking 10 casualties here and there? Sure, I'm happy to take 10 casualties. I don't mind that. That's a very, very cheap price for being able to eliminate so many of these vassals. It's great. It's absolutely fantastic. Let's take some food. I'm actually having a bit of a problem with food at the moment. Oh, actually, no, I'm not. Oh. I thought I was down to like 80 days or something, but I suppose the amount of units that we've lost over the short period of time that we've been attacking these people is kind of having its benefits, I suppose. You know, not too bad. Okay, wait a minute. I'm going to attack this guy. He's 145. I should be able to attack him and catch up to him. There we go. Not bad. We're having a lot of people die of old age now as well. Do bear that in mind. And I do need to go down and speak to my future wife, potentially. So maybe we'll be able to do that. Someone actually mentioned in a previous episode that I missed on a crossbow that might have been really, really good. You could see here, though, this is my current crossbow. It's a tier 6 crossbow, so I'm not entirely sure if the one you saw was better or worse than this. But I think this is pretty cool. I mean, it's got 99 accuracy, which is really nice, 93 piercing damage. So if it is, then by all means, let me know. Let me know in the comments if there's a better crossbow than this, because I would very much like to find it, if at all possible. And I'm actually wondering whether we should even bother staying here now. Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's do some damage. Get him, get him. Yeah, yes. There we are. The more damage we can deal, the better, because we want to make sure that their combat strength is so low that they have to pay us massive, massive amounts of cash. I don't even care about the cash. I just want to make them less able to construct large armies. And obviously, armies run on money and, well, pretty much money. That's it. Because they need money to be able to buy food, supplies, upgrade things, war horses, you know, stuff like that. So generally being able to diminish your enemy's strength by preventing them from making money, that's actually a pretty cool strategy. I'm not entirely sure if it actually will work out, because as I've said, there are some magical ways that the AI tends to utilize to make cash in rather dire situations. So I'm hopeful that maybe that is not the case anymore, but we'll see. It really very much depends, because obviously I'm not utilizing any town marketplace at this point, and I'm also not utilizing the barter screen. So maybe it's okay, you know, maybe it's alright, I'm not entirely sure, but we're taking a huge amount of these guys prisoner, which is really nice too. These guys are... Is this guy going to escape? No, we're moving much faster than he is. There we go. He must have mostly crossbowmen and things. Yeah, I think he had like one banner knight or something like that. So yeah, that's pretty crazy in itself. Okay, so there you go. We eliminated every single vassal in our vicinity. That was a really nice bait right there. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the diplomacy screen. Okay, so the Battanians are gaining combat strength once again, as you would expect them to. But look at the Vlandians. They are willing to give us 2,700 per day. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, we are paying the Battanians. Are you serious? Why would we pay? Huh? Why would we pay them? I have no idea. But yeah, they apparently want us to pay them for some reason. Anyway, let's just begin the siege once again. Yes, that's what we're going to do. We're just going to try and bait out a couple of extra people. And if there are any that want to do battle with us, then they can very easily come along and say hi. This guy definitely will want to... You know what? I'm actually going to continue the siege here until my siege engines are just about to be destroyed. And then we'll attack the rather large gathering of forces right here. I'm actually thinking of doing it right now, to be honest. Where's this guy? There he is. Okay, get him. Get him. Yes, fantastic. Okay, that was great. Okay, so does this guy like me? No, negative 56. Okay, yeah. Someone actually had a pretty good idea, and I was actually thinking of maybe utilizing it. But then I thought, well, what's better? Being a little bit more friendly with people, gaining some relation with them, and then trying to persuade them to join us, which, even so, I mean, it might work, you know? That might work. However, is that better than just taking them prisoner and then having them not be on the battlefield for any length of time? Because obviously if I let them go straight away, then they're going to be able to come back again and again and again. So it very much depends on what we would want to do about that. But that idea is actually very cool, and I'd love to be able to utilize it in some way, but I'm not entirely sure whether using it against the Vlandians would be the way to go. Maybe using it against the Aserai, potentially, might be better, because the Aserai don't really hate us a huge amount, because we haven't executed any of their people. We've executed more of the Vlandians and the Batanians. So that's the reason why maybe I'm thinking about that instead. But this is what's currently going on in the world map at the moment. I love being able to zoom out all this way. And so far, not much has changed, really. Not much has changed. But that will be very different in the upcoming episodes, because we're going to be starting to take Osterken, Oxhall, Praven, and so on, and so on, and so on, until the Vlandians have been completely eliminated. Or at least I hope so. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.